I'm talking about movies, I'm gonna spoil it. Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Emily, but you can call me Em, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I know I've been giving you guys a bunch of story times and stuff, but today I actually wanted to talk about movies. I love movies. I love movies so much. It's not even funny. And I've watched a bunch recently, so I just kind of wanted to talk about them and rank them and just kind of say my opinions on them and say whether or not you should watch them. I am really big into horror, so I feel like a lot of these on the list are horror. If you're not into that, sorry, but I just thought that I could talk about them because, you know, I really enjoy that stuff. Also, I'm looking at my list. I have the app Letterboxd, and it lets you rate and write reviews for movies. If you don't have it, you should. It's a really good way to keep track of what movies you've watched. And if you want to follow me, I'm at unmistakably M. And yeah, I always write a review for every movie that I see and I always give my honest opinion. So if you want to know more stuff about what movies I like and what I think of them, follow me there because you get all the details. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna start off with is that I watched the entire X trilogy this weekend. Now, X is directed by Ty West and it stars Mia Goth, and it's amazing. So the movies, the first one that came out was X, and then Pearl, which is a prequel, and then the movie Maxine recently came out about a month ago in July. So I went back and rewatched all of them. So I had seen X, and I actually saw Pearl when it premiered at the TIFF Film Festival, and that was really fun and exciting. But since Pearl is a prequel, in my rewatch I actually wanted to started watching Pearl, then X, then Maxine. So I started off with Pearl, and it is honestly amazing. The first time I watched it, I was blown away. Just like the acting, the cinematography, the script, the story, everything was so good. Honestly, I don't think Pearl did anything wrong. Like, she wanted to get out of that farm. She wanted to be an actor. Like, I don't really blame her for, you know, kind of going crazy and people, you know? Like, yeah, you shouldn't end people's lives, but I mean, I feel like she had a good reason to, and she was such a slay, and she should have gotten that role. I also just wanted to say that since I'll be talking about movies, there will be spoilers, so just a heads up, there will be spoilers, so don't get mad at me in the comments if I spoil something and you're like, ah! Like, I'm talking about movies, I'm gonna spoil it. Anyways, Pearl deserved so much more. Her story is literally so sad because but it was honestly just an amazing movie. I have it at 5 stars, absolutely love it. And then there's the movie X, which stars Maxine, who makes adult content and is trying to be a movie star. Now, they end up filming some of that adult content on the farm where Pearl and her husband Howard lives, and Pearl and Howard go crazy, ending everyone's life, and Maxine is the only survivor. Now, this movie is really fun. It was the first one of the trilogy, and I think they did a really good job with it, but I do prefer Pearl over X. X I've only rated 4.5 stars, but it's still really good. I liked all the characters, and it really shows us who Maxine is, and we get to know her backstory and everything, so I really enjoyed that. And then I watched the movie Maxine for the first time, and guys, I thought it was gonna be so hard for Ty to top Pearl, because Pearl is just amazing, like a cultural phenomenon. Oh my god, so good. And I was like, oh, I don't know if he can top this, but he did. I loved Maxine. I gave it 5 stars. Now, I love horror movies. I love everything related in the 80s, so I loved the 80s vibe to it. And Maxine, the movie, is about Maxine making it big in Hollywood, but all of her new friends are starting to die, and someone is like blackmailing her about knowing what happened on the farm and what happened in X, because she actually never reported it to the police or came forward. It's a really good movie. At first I was kind of iffy about it because they included the Night Stalker in it, and I was like, why are you including like a real like criminal in the movie, because like all those crimes were happening. But turns out none of the crimes of like Maxine's friends dying was actually linked to the Night Stalker. It was someone else, which was, spoiler alert, her own father. Absolutely crazy. Did not see the third act coming, and it was really fun. I loved the music. It was insane. The costumes, everything. It was so good. I'm so glad Maxine got a happy ending, and it was just a really fun and good movie. And if you've watched the first two movies, I definitely recommend watching Maxine because it is so good. Now, another movie that I watched was called Fanatic. Oh, it was horrible. I've seen a lot of bad movies, and I think this is honestly one of the worst. Now, the movie is on Tubi. If you don't know what Tubi is, it's this free app that has like a bunch of movies and stuff. They're the company that did that like Super Bowl ad where like the channel was changed and people were freaking out. My roommate and I love to go on Tubi because it's just horrible movies on there. This one was from Tubi. We found out about it on TikTok. It already looked bad. We watched it. It was absolutely horrible. It was about this college-age girl who had a crush, and she stalked him and snuck into his house, and then he actually turned out to be a serial unaliver, and he kidnapped her, and then they ended up like falling in love and like ending people's lives together and stuff. It was really weird. The story wasn't good. The acting was absolutely horrible. You could tell it was such low budget. There was literally like 10 characters in the entire movie. The acting and the writing was absolutely horrible. Like, I was laughing, cackling out loud, so because like it was actually like insane. We almost turned it off. It was not good. I don't know who funded that movie. I don't know who greenlit it, but they should probably not work in the business because it was absolutely terrible. On Letterboxd, I rated it half a star out of 5, but if I could, I would have rated it 0 stars. It was so bad, but you know, if you want to watch it, and let me know what you think. But I was wasting my time. That was a total waste of time. Like, literally just watching X, Pearl, Maxine to then watching that, it was like, am I on a different planet? What is happening? Then I watched the movie 247 Degrees Fahrenheit. It's about a group of friends that get trapped in a sauna. Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. I rated it 2 stars. Movies about people getting stuck in places are usually not the best, but they are kind of fun to watch. That's really all I can say about that one. There's not that many like thoughts that I have about it, to be honest. It was just like okay. Then I rewatched one of my favorite movies of all time, Coraline. I watched Coraline. It was so good. I love it. It's my favorite movie. In a couple weeks, they're doing screenings of it for its anniversary, and I'm gonna go see it a couple times. It's gonna be really good and really fun. And yeah, I just love Coraline. Oh, literally my comfort movie. Then I watched this movie. I think it was also on Tubi, but it was really good. It was called Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and I think I gave it 4 stars. It was about these 2 brothers who like it was like a parody movie, and it was about these 2 brothers who were living in this cabin and a group of friends who were going camping, but the group of friends thought that the 2 guys like kidnapped their friend, but realistically they were just trying to help her because she got injured. And then these kids are trying to save their friend, but they end up dying accidentally. But then all the other friends think that the 2 brothers are like out there ending their lives, but it's actually just accidents. And then the brothers ran into them dying and thought that they were just ending their own lives. And it's just like a whole movie about miscommunication, and it's just literally so funny. I recommend it. Like, I was laughing hard. It was really good. The next movie I watched was called Hell House LLC. Now, I have watched this before. I watched it again. It's a found footage film. It's a group of friends who create a haunted house in this like old hotel that actually is haunted. It's really good and freaky. There's this clown in the movie that freaks me out really bad. Makes me so uncomfortable. Now there's 3 other movies in this series. The first time I watched it, I almost turned it off because I didn't find it that exciting, but the longer I watched it, the better it got. I do recommend this movie if you love like found footage. It's so It's so creepy, and I cannot tell you how creepy that clown is. Like, I really can't. Like, he gives me nightmares. Like, scarier than Pennywise, I would say. Like, crazy. Even talking about him, I have goosebumps. Can you see that? He freaks me out. He doesn't even have a name. He freaks me out. But that movie is such a good movie. Then I watched The Strangers Chapter 1. Now, they're remaking The Strangers movie. It's from like 2008. It's basically about this couple who are in like a cabin, and these 3 people come and like terrorize them and try to end their lives. And when the couple asks, why are you doing this to us, they say, oh, it's because you're home. Like, it was just so random. So they're making a trilogy out of it, and I watched the first one. I rated it 2.5 stars. I feel like that's probably too high. It was not good. It was very boring. It was very drawn out. Like, the original was way, way, way better. Like, am I gonna watch the next 2 in the trilogy? Yeah, probably. But it didn't live up to the hype. It was really disappointing. Like, really disappointing. Then I also watched the movie Abigail, and that one was good. It was a little bit of a letdown. I was really excited for it, but it was fun. I really love the idea of like evil little girls. Like, she really reminded me of like the movie Megan. I would have loved to seen her and Megan battle it out. I thought it was so funny. I did get confused though going into the 3rd act about this movie, and it didn't do what it was supposed to do. But I gave it 3 stars because like I loved all the actors in it, and I thought the acting was good, and the script and like the sets were good and stuff. But I definitely wanted more out of it, unfortunately. And then the last one I'm gonna talk about today is called Cabin Fever. Now, this movie my roommate and I also found on Tubi, but it's actually a really good one. It's by Eli Roth, and it's from the early 2000s, and you can tell that right off the bat because of there being so many gay jokes and like slurs and stuff. But it's like a comedy horror, and it's really good. It's about this group of friends that go up to a cottage for the weekend, but then they end up seeing this guy who's sick, and he has this illness, and he like passes it on to the rest of them, and they're trying not to get sick, but there's just like this illness and whatever. And then there's one survivor, but then the illness, like someone dies in the water, and like the virus goes into the water, and then but they don't know that. Then the water gets sent to like a water tower, and then like everyone just like ends up getting sick, and it's like gross and like gory, but like early 2000s. It's funny, like it's like iconic. Like, I've probably watched it like 4 times in the past like year and a half. I think I've given it like 4.5 stars, 5 stars. It's a good movie. Eli Roth is I love his movies. It's interesting. But it's super fun movie. There's some other movies that I'm hoping to watch soon that are coming out, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I'm currently watching on Netflix Unsolved Mysteries. They just came out with a new season, and I love that show, so I've been watching episodes of that. And also the show Worst Roommate. They came out with another season of that a couple months ago, and I'm watching some of those as well. But I'm into really like spooky, scary vibes. I mean, I know it's August, but October is gonna be here by the time you know it. I love Halloween. I love spooky things. So getting into the horror movies a little bit early this year. But I'm excited to see what else is gonna come. So that's about it for this video. Let me know your thoughts if you want me to rank like movies or like talk about other movies or TV shows or whatever. Comment down below your favorite movie and if you have any movie recommendations for me. So yeah, so that's it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for some more fun videos. I promise you some more like reactions and story times are on the way, but let me know if you like the videos like this, just trying out something new. Well, that's all. I'm Em, and I'll see you next time. Bye!